Hi, darling. How are you doing? This is your next 28 days prediction. It's a pick a card reading. We are going to be using three decks for this reading. Okay, so there's deck one, deck two, and deck three. At this time, choose the deck that calls to you. Which of these decks is pulling to you? That's the one that's a message for you for the next 28 days. Okay. In this reading, I'm going to be going into the energies that are opening up for you in the next 28 days, the opportunities you need to take advantage of, the blessings that have your name on them, and how to best align with your higher self over the next 28 days. So, these three decks are available for you to choose from. Choose the deck that calls to you the most. All right, darling, let's go into your reading. I'll be starting off with deck one. So if you choose deck one, here's what you need to know for the next 28 days. First card out of the deck, you've got Five of Pentacles. There's going to be help offered to you, but you have to allow yourself to. There's something I'm hearing about conflict of interest. Okay, this next 20 days is going to give you an experience of a conflict of interest where you need to really pick, is this what I want for myself? Is this the help and support I need at this time, or what I believe I need? Is this what I truly need, or what I've made myself believe I need for my growth, for my there's something about you requiring support over this next 20 days, and that's why you're looking to, okay, who can I lean on, who can I call for help, who can I ask for help, who can support me at this time. You feel like you're in a crutch. You feel like you're basically almost at your last straw, almost at the last bus stop. All right, let's get some more clarity into this. Okay. Okay, so you got Wheel of Fortune and the Queen of Cups. So at this time, you got Five of Coins at first. So at this time, your wheel of fortune is changing. The wheels are changing in your turn. The wheels are turning in your favor. But are you going to allow yourself to choose to receive help and support from the Queen of Cups? This is someone who is very emotional. This is someone who has a lot of emotions for you. I'm also picking up. This is someone who makes you feel like you can be taken care of. This is someone who has the best intentions for you. This person has no hidden tricks up their sleeve. This is someone who just wants the best for you and is willing to offer you the information and advice and support you need to move forward. So it's about you making a choice. This next 28 days is presenting you the opportunity to make a choice between what you've always known, what you've always done, the choices you've always made, where you've always received support, where you've always received help, where you've always received income. I'm also hearing like there's a strong factor of this being not just there's a lot of psychological support, but there's also financial support coming in. So it's like, which way do you want your wheel to turn? Do you want to go with having the opportunity to make receive your fortune, get into your destined mission, get into your destined path with the Queen of Cups? Or do you want to try your luck with the Queen of Cups? Or do you want to literally try your luck with this place that is full of conflict, with these persons that will only bring you like a conflict of interest? So are you going to allow yourself to continue to be held back, or do you want to try your luck with this new opportunity that is opening up for you? Do you want to try your luck with this new journey that is opening up for you? Do you want to try your luck by going after your destined path, by choosing to follow your destiny? Do you want to try your luck? Do you want to play the game of chance? So literally, this next 28 days are opening up the game of chance for you, asking, how do you want to do this? Do you want to repeat the cycle you've repeated severally in the past, but this cycle never filled you with contentment or joy? It simply brought you a lot of conflict. Or do you want to try your luck with the Queen of Cups? My spirit, please clarify. Thank you. Okay, so are you going to allow yourself to receive the love, receive the communication, receive the peaceful communication, receive there's something about magnanimous. This Queen of Cups energy, this is someone who is very, very kind, very open-hearted, very supportive. This person is ready to give to you. This person is ready to give you everything you want and desire, and you have been longing for, thinking about. This is someone who is ready to give to you. So are you going to receive from the Queen of Cups, or do you still want to try your luck with this way you've been doing things, with this way, with this persons, in this environment you've continued to stay in? Okay, your best move at this time is to follow, allow the wheel of fortune, allow the wheel of fortune to take you to where you need to go. The wheels are turning in your favor, but you also have to align yourself with these opportunities that are opening up for you. And part of this is a communication that needs to happen. This is a queen of, this is actually the Queen of Cups again. This is, and did you hear the confirmatory onk? This is the Queen of Cups energy again. This is someone who only has love and tenderness and peace to offer you. This is someone who can only lead you to the next best opportunity for you. And this is someone, even if they are not male to you, but I'm picking up a very heavy feminine maternal energy. This is someone you feel safe with. This is someone that is very protective of you. This is someone that is very supportive of you. This is someone who is very much loyal to your best life. This person wants to see you achieve the best. This person wants to you see you become the best version of yourself. Okay? So you've got a magnifying glass. So are you going to allow yourself to really, really not focus on, not try to deceive yourself, not try to deny yourself from seeing the truth that is available and that is glaring in front of you, allowing yourself to see things for what it is, zooming in into the tiny details, zooming in and really, really examining the facts and really, really calling attention to, okay, this has not worked, this is not working, this is working. This has not worked, this is not working, this is working. So are you going to allow yourself to really, really zoom into those facts, to really, really allow yourself to be truthful and also make the decisions based on the facts, not decisions based on, not making the decisions based on sentiment of, okay, I've only ever worked like this, I've only ever chosen this option, I don't know what this other option is going to give me. Are you going to allow yourself to choose a new option even though you've never experienced it fully, or you've never allowed yourself to fully experience it? You guys, there's also something about, you'll be seeing number 444 a lot, and it's every time you see the 444 is to communicate to you that you've reached a stable point. Over this next 20 days, you'll be seeing 444 a lot. All right, Spirit. Thank you. So are you going to allow yourself to leave conflict? You got the 5 of Wands. Are you going to allow yourself to leave conflict? Are you going to allow yourself to travel to where you'll be appreciated, where your words, where your creativity, where your skills are going to be appreciated? It feels like this is where the Queen of Cups is leading into, because where you are is being filled with a lot of conflict. You also got the Justice card. Now the Justice card is coming in to show like, okay, balance has to be reached in this situation, equanimity, coming back into balance with yourself, finding justice in the situation, this situation that you're being guided to live, this old place of making money, this old place of using your skills, this old place of, basically, I'm saying like you basically just living in an old environment that you've outgrown, that's just giving you a lot of toxic memories. It has only provided you with a lot of conflict. There's a lot of conflict that's been associated with this past that you're being directed to live. Boy, the only way you can move forward is allowing yourself to really, really zoom in on the details. Is to allow yourself to zoom in on the details, is to allow yourself to be truthful to yourself, like, okay, this is what this is. There's nothing else to be gained from this environment. There's nothing else to be gotten from this environment. There's no support to be received from this environment. There's no love, there's no passion, there's no joy, there's no remuneration, there's no financial support. There's nothing else to be gotten from this environment. You are being led to walk away, to go towards where your destiny lies. Your destiny lies with the Queen of Cups. Your destiny lies with the Queen of Cups. You guys, you should, over the next 28 days, prepare yourself to move from where you are to where you're being led to. This is somewhere I'm saying like this is a new workplace. So over the next 28 days, you're having the opportunity to change your career, change your company, change your living environment, basically change your life. It's a switch up, baby. It's a freaking ass switch up. Okay. So this next 20 days are giving you the opportunity to move to where you be treated with fairness, where you be treated with, but where there's a lot of balance. What you put in is what you are going to receive in equal measure. Not that you be putting in a lot and you'll be receiving a little. You're being moved to where your work is going to be remunerated, where your work is going to be received and is going to be appreciated with the same value. So it's not like you're going to be doing a lot and you'll be receiving a less. No, you're being taken to a place where you're going to be doing a lot more. You're also becoming the Knight of Wands. So you're being taken to a place. This new, if you allow yourself to align with, for some of you, the Queen of Cups is actually your mother. For others of you, it's a spouse. But this is someone who has the best intentions for you, and where they are guiding you to is not going to lead you astray. Their guidance is not going to lead you astray, so keep your mind at ease. And what I'm also saying here is where you are being guided to go to is somewhere that is going to be very fulfilling. It's also somewhere where you're going to step into a position of leadership, where you're going to be able to demonstrate your skills and your creativity in a whole lot more, in a totally different way. Okay, in a totally different way that is going to surprise you, that is going to also like make you, I'm hearing applause. The word I keep hearing is applause, applaud. You are going to be receiving the applause, you are going to be receiving the recognition, you are going to be receiving the support you've not received in this previous place. So you're going to allow yourself to move to where you're being directed, because now you cannot deny saying the truth. The facts have all been laid there before you. Okay, so there's a lot of worries and anxieties. This is nine of swords. You've been having a lot of anxieties, worries, sleepless nights around just making this decision, following the decision of the Queen of Cups, following the decision of your heart, allowing yourself to choose based on your heart instead of choosing based on your ego, or choosing because of what you are going to receive or the income you are going to make. Making decisions from an emotional place has filled you with a lot of anxiety, because this is not something you've done. Yeah, someone, I'm picking up a lot of heavy earth sign energy here. So Capricorn, Virgo, Taurus. Yeah, someone who is more comfortable with let things be logical. That's your word. You like things being logical, being practical, being like very, yeah, also someone who's very analytical. You'd rather count the numbers. You don't want to believe in dreams, or you don't want to have your hopes up. And following your destiny, following the wheel of fortune as it's changing, where your luck is directing you to, it's filling you with a lot of anxiety, a lot of fears, a lot of worries. I'm also seeing like a lot of sleepless nights, where you're waking up scared, like, oh, what will I really do this? Can I really follow through? It's filling you with a lot of worries, a lot of fears around how this process will go. There's also something about the process, communication, um, information, all the things you need to process, and it's like you don't want to go through those steps again, because tuning into what your heart is saying, even though you cannot deny anymore the truth. You can't deny the truth anymore. You can't deny what is glaring and in front of you. It's still filling you with a lot of tension to want to go through the process of changing up your life. Because I'm also hearing like this is not the first time you're hearing this message, but you've been struggling to allow the wheel of fortune to turn fully, because the wheel has been turning actually. The wheel has been turning, but it's like it turns a little, it stops, because you are not allowing it to move freely. You're still a bit stuck with, oh, okay, I'm not sure I can do this, I'm not sure, I'm not sure I can get this done, and then you get so stuck and all up in your head. Okay, so this, a lot of what you're feeling now, a lot of the anxiety, a lot of the fear and worry is simply because you are stuck in your head. Overthinking is contributing, overthinking, paranoia is contributing largely to the fears that are holding you back from moving forward to the Queen of Cups, from moving forward to your destiny, from moving forward to where you need to go to become the Knight of Wands. Okay. Even though you've seen the truth, you're still struggling to accept it. Your income is capped in this current location. You've really seen it. You can't deny it anymore. Your income is capped. You've zoomed in on the fact it's already clear to you that you cannot earn anything more than you've been earning. You cannot receive any support beyond what you've been receiving so far. But still, you're still being reluctant to move. Still, you're still being very reluctant to move. You're still being reluctant to trust this guidance and your intuition. You're still being reluctant to trust your heart. So this is like you're really struggling with the earth and the earth over this next 20 days. But I'm hearing like over the next 20 days, you have to come to a conclusion. You cannot actually continue to follow your logic. You cannot continue to follow your head, because even with your logical brain, you've seen that trying to do the same thing over and over again is simply going to keep on bringing it to the same result. You've deep dived, you've analyzed, you've broken down the facts, but you can see that there's no way forward in where you are currently staying. So your best bet is to move forward. But are you going to allow yourself to move forward as soon as possible? The faster you move into where you need to go, into where you need to be, the faster it can become this Knight of Wands. The faster you allow yourself to align with where you need to be, the faster it can become this Knight of Wands. And then you got the Eight of Cups. So I'm really just picking up this energy of, if you allow yourself to move forward, not only are you going to get the support, not only are you going to get all of the resources you need, not only are you going to get all the not only are you going to get all the love and money and all of those, it's like you become an expert. Do you understand? So even if your heart is struggling to accept the fact, even if your head is struggling to accept the decision of your heart, because you're thinking maybe it's because of your art or your romantic needs, I'm also picking up this energy of you aligning with the guidance from your art, you aligning with what your art is saying, is also going to lead you into a romantic partnership. But what's also coming with it is, if you are struggling to make this decision based on emotions, based on you thinking like, okay, it's, you don't want it to just be that you are following whatever this Queen of Cups is saying. Okay, let me now give you another stronger proof. You guys are becoming the expert. You're becoming the expert in this new place. You're becoming the expert in this new place. And there's something about you receiving all that you've worked for. Justice is going to be served. All the work you've been doing in your current environment, all the toiling, all the suffering, all the investments that have not yielded good returns, you're going to get your returns in this new place you're being taken to, because there you're not going to be an ordinary team member. You're not going to be a lowly member of the pack. You're actually being positioned to become the leader, to become the master, to become the team lead, to have people reporting to you. You're being positioned as the expert. So is that not exciting? So why don't you focus on the fact that you're being positioned as the expert, and let that just give you the final push? Like, okay, let me even experience what it means not to be the boss, not to be doing yes sir, yes ma to everybody else, but to have other people, to have subordinates that you can direct. Because I'm saying that I'm also still picking up that heavy earth placement. So Capricorn, Virgo, Taurus. But you guys, you're very good managers, you're very good leaders, you can advise, you can guide, you can mentor, but you've not been given the chance to do that in this current situation and this current environment you've been in. So are you going to allow yourself to step into the role of becoming the expert, of becoming the one who makes the decisions, of becoming the tactician, of becoming the strategist? Are you going to allow yourself to step into this role? This next 20 days, I'm hearing like you are going to need to surrender to the will. Let the will just turn fully in your favor, instead of trying to overthink it, overplan, overanalyze, over strategize. Okay? So you've got the 10 of Wands. As again, you're becoming the expert, you're becoming the one. And then the Ace of Pentacles, and then you got a blank card. Okay, so what are you going to make with this? This is the beginning of great fortune for you. This is the beginning of a new, I'm also hearing something about a new community. So that's why I'm picking up that heavy energy of you guys having to move to where you are going to be received, where you are going to be recommended, where you are going to be celebrated, where you are going to be applauded, where you are going to be recognized. So you are being given a new opportunity to grow your, I'm hearing grow your money tree. But this time around, your money tree is not a struggling weed. No, your money tree is a very strong oak tree. So you are going to be given the opportunity to plant your seed. I'm just being pulled to this forest in the background. Like, you're being given the opportunity to start a new way, a new income stream that is going to lead into multiple income streams, that is going to bless you in so many multiple ways. But you have to allow yourself to release this overthinking and really see the fact that you are not being punished. Instead, you are being promoted, you are being upgraded. Okay, so this is the 10 of wands. This is everything be working together, coming together, all your skills, all your creativity, all your ideas, all your talents, everything now coming together into one solid offering. I'm hearing like it's almost like everything you have to offer is now going to be packaged into one strong portfolio that is going to give you opportunity to enter into certain rooms, opportunity to join certain conversations, certain discussions that they are going to be calling you. I'm hearing like even when you go into this new environment, this new opportunity, they're always going to want you to join the meetings because they know that the contributions you bring to the table, nobody else that has that kind of insight, nobody else has that kind of suggestion, nobody else will make those kind of recommendations. So you're the only one that can make it. So they are going to be inviting you to join certain conversations, join certain round table discussions. There's that emphasis on round table discussions. You guys, I'm even saying like you're going to be offered opportunity to become like a founding partner in other projects. This is going to blow your mind. This new opportunity opening up for you over this next 28 days, but you have to allow yourself to choose. One of the things you're also struggling to walk away from is the fact that there's an heavy emphasis on processes, on communication, on information. So maybe documentation. The fear of having to go through a whole lot of stress is just, you really don't want to do that stress. But now you're already stressed out, trying not to think about the stress that is coming. Isn't that funny? Baby. So allow yourself to be taken to where you're going to be treated with fairness, where you're going to be treated with equal respect. There's something about equality that is coming through that you never got in this current environment. This current environment was just filled with conflict. Your earnings were capped, your contributions were capped, your rewards were capped, your congratulations were capped. You could not ascend past a certain point, but you're being taken to where you're going to be seen, where you're going to be seen as the expert, as the leader, as the mentor, as the boss, as the team lead, where everything it's what I'm saying is like all your skills and ideas is going to come together into one very nice package and portfolio that if anyone sees you, they'll just be like, where have you been hiding? That's just it. Where have you been hiding all these beautiful, wonderful skills of yours? Okay. And this is a new opportunity for you to make more. This is a new opportunity for you to grow your money tree. This is a new opportunity for you to earn a different type of income. And I'm also hearing like it's not even what I'm saying is like this one opportunity is going to lead you into having multiple income streams. It's going to lead you into having, so right now you are struggling with trying to manage with what you have, but you are being taken to where you have more than excess. You have income coming to you from you have passive income streams opening up to you. This next 28 days is very ripe for change, but you have to allow yourself. I'm hearing like you have to surrender to the change that wants to come towards you. You have to surrender to this change. All right, so let's see what spirit animals are going to be showing up for you over this next 28 days for you to work with and to aid your transformation. Okay, so can you see that? Can you say that transition? You must pay attention to the signs around you. The transition. Oh my goodness, this is so delicious. I love when I do readings. Well, all the readings I do, everything always proves itself, but this is just blowing my it's blowing my gasket right now. So you guys will be seeing bats because the bat is here to teach you that you must pay attention to the signs around you. The transitions may seem frightening at first, but you must let go of old habits and patterns that no longer serve your higher calling. They would only hinder your growth. This is everything I've been talking about, from you being so fucking ass worried, from how you are going to move forward. And it looks frightening at first because As I said, you're someone you have your earth placements are very strong. They prevent you from making mistakes, but the on the reverse side of that is the fact that they also stop you from taking your opportunities because you are always overthinking it, and because you shoot yourself in the foot before you even give yourself the opportunity to take the new chances being opened up to you. So at this time you'll be seeing bats a lot to help you, to remind you to pay attention to the signs. I also told you you'll be saying 444 a lot. The closer you are to this manifestation, the more the 444 will become frequent. You'll be seeing it on timepieces, you'll be seeing it on, I'm saying like, I'm also saying like car windscreen, which is strange, but you're going to see it on car windscreen. You're also going to see it on plate numbers. Then you got the bear, strength. The bear symbolizes a strong source of support in times of difficulty and adversity. It may be time for you to stand for your beliefs or your truth. With strength and confidence, you are free to roam at will and follow your path. Again, confirmation for you. You are free to roam at will and follow your path. You are free to be to go where you know you'll be acknowledged, to go where you know you'll be seen, to go where you know you'll be supported, where you receive a lot of support. Okay. So right now you'll be seeing over this next 28 days, you'll be seeing a lot of bats, you'll be seeing a lot of bears to remind you of this message of okay, you're in transition mode. Allow yourself to move forward without overthinking your moves. Allow yourself to trust the process. Allow yourself to surrender to your destiny. Allow yourself to surrender to the good luck that is opening up for you. Allow yourself to follow this wheel of fortune. And you'll also be seeing the bear. The bear is going to help you to remember that you are strong. You have inner strength. Your higher self is also there for you. Your spirit guides are there for you. With strength and confidence, you are free to roam at will and follow your path. Okay, you're free to roam at will and follow your path. All right, let's see. What affirmations do you need at this time? Thank you. Okay, this is the first time I'm trying out this angle and it's looking so much fun. So let me know if you want me to continue to use this angle. All right, so ooh, you go for affirmation cards. So first one, taking care of myself is a radical act of love. Taking care of myself is a radical act of love. You only have yourself. Okay, yes, other people will love you. Other people can want to love you, but first you have to love yourself. If you don't love yourself, it will be difficult for you to accept love from anybody else. It's also going to be difficult for you to separate healthy love from unhealthy love, attachment, and toxic love. Okay? Taking care of myself is a radical act of love. Then you got, when I move my body, I feel empowered, cleansed, and strong. When I move my body, I feel empowered, cleansed, and strong. So over this next 20 days, allow yourself to also get back to your exercise routine. If all you can do is just 10-15 minutes in the morning, 15 minutes again in the afternoon, or even just take a walk or even dance, everything you need to do is just because you are all up in your head a lot. You're all up in your air energy. You're all up in your head, in your logic, overthinking things. When you move your body, it helps you to come back into your body. It helps you to ground, and it helps you to be able to focus on what really matters. Creativity flows from me. I am a divine creator. Spirit is trying to use you right now to bring new ideas to life, to bring new things into existence, things that have never been seen before, that have never been experienced before. Spirit is trying to use you to bring these new ideas to life, but you have to surrender yourself to be used as a vessel of honor, as a vessel of creativity. You guys, your creativity, you are very creative. So even if you have this earth, even though you have the earth placement of Virgo, Capricorn, Taurus, I still see you as a very creative being. And that's also coming through with this Knight of Wands and then the Ten of Wands card. You guys are very creative. Now it's time for you to allow yourself to move to where your creativity is going to be truly seen, truly applauded, truly supported, truly rewarded, truly celebrated, just truly applauded. A compassion is my compass. I am willing to hold space for the experience of others. So there's something at this time that you are needing to realize that the people around you, where you currently are, their inability to accept you is not it's not as a result of you, or it's not as a result, it's not a shortcoming of you, it's not because of you, it's just because of the way they've been built, the way they've experienced life, the way they've been wired, and what they've believed about life. Now it's time for you to allow yourself to release. Okay, compassion is your compass. The more you can be compassionate with yourself, the more it is easier it becomes for you to hold space for the experiences of others. Not trying to force yourself or trying to force them to be who they cannot be for you, because they simply don't have the rule book or the blueprint to be that version of themselves that you need them to be. So what you do is you have to take yourself out of the picture to go to where you can find the people who can be who you need to be, who people who can be the support you need at this time. It's not about trying to force the people you've currently dealt with into seeing you, into accepting things in a different way. They don't have the capacity to do that. You have to have the compassion on yourself, first of all. And then when you're having the compassion on yourself, you're going to be able to hold space for the experience of others and be able to see others from a different perspective, having a different perspective of others. Okay, I'm being told to give you a mudra card as well. So let's do that. Let's do a mudra card for you, darling. All right, let's see. What mudras do you need to work with at this time? Is there any other mudra for you, deck one? The next 28 days, it will do you good to practice this mudra. Enters. Oh! This is beautiful. Enthusiasm, a new start. This is so beautiful and this is so perfect. A new start. A new start. This it just feels like spring energy. Are you going to allow yourself to plant new seeds, plant new money seeds, plant new seeds, all this? See, plant just see it's experience. Like I just need you to plant one seed, and the seed I'm asking you to plant is not a big deal. This seed I'm asking you to plant is just for you to trust your emotions, trust your intuition, and just go where you're being led. Just just try me. That's what Spirit is saying. Spirit is like, just try me. I need you to just try me, and I'm going to show you how I'm going to multiply. This is not even doubling effect. This is me multiplying just your one seed, just you taking that one chance, one shot, and multiplying it into 12 different multiple income streams for you. Just try me. Okay, so I need you to form this mudra for yourself. This is enthusiasm, a new start. So let's what's at the back. This is the Naranaya mudra. It is dedicated to the spirit of new beginnings, guys. This is so awesome and this is just so perfect. Can you see Naranaya mudra? Dedicated to the spirit of new beginnings. This mudra helps at the start of new things, at the start of things, like a new project or when you plan a change in your circumstances. This is so freaking at some point. It activates, and Spirit is about to give me a knock now because I keep saying this. 333 on my time. You guys are going to be saying 333 is 111 and 444s. Okay, but a lot of fours. Every time you get closer to where you need to be, the fours keep on repeating themselves. Okay, Spirit is about to give me a knock right now because I'm like, oh, this is so important, and they're telling me like, when are your messages never on point? Ooh. Okay, so this mudra helps at the start of things, like a new project or when you plan a change in your circumstances. It activates the energies needed for getting down to it, for keeping going, for patience, and for optimism. Regularly starting anew is as much a part of life as the spring is part. What did I say about spring? Because it just feels like at this time you guys are about to be taken to new grounds, to new lands, to new places, to plant new seeds. That's just the energy I'm feeling, that this is the spring period of your life, irrespective of whatever season it is where you are or whenever you watch this. Where you are when you watch this, because those are not mutually exclusive. Okay, so regularly starting anew is as much a part of life as the spring is part of the year. Even the oldest of trees produce new branches, leaves, and blossoms, and the smallest beginnings can produce great things. A fresh start brings new impetus, pulls one out of the rut, presents a welcome challenge, helps us to dare, and brings excitement and success into our lives. In your mind's eye, you can already see what is freshly emerging. You work on the picture until it completely meets your needs, your desires, and possibilities and fires your enthusiasm. This is in affirmation you need to repeat to yourself over this next 20 days. I start afresh and taste the beginner's eagerness. Oh, that is so freaking cute. I start afresh and taste the beginner's eagerness. Okay, this is the Naranaya Mudra. Enthusiasm in new start. So make sure you make the mudra every time you start getting into this nine of swords energy. Anytime you start feeling anxious, anytime you start getting scared of the new beginnings, what it will take for you to start over in a new position, in a new role, in a new location. Allow yourself to make the Naranaya Mudra to just help you to calm yourself. Also ground into your body, dance, move your body, change position, take a walk, do some exercises, jump, whoops, just do something to bring you back out of your head and into your body. Okay. And then see bottom of the deck we have the courage mudra, and they are telling me specifically to show you this. I'm going to show you the courage mudra. This mudra comes from Japan. It has always helped to cope with niggling. Okay, courage mudra, power mudra. Okay, let me stick with courage mudra because they only showed me, but then the power mudra is also calling. I should show you both of them. But your main mudra is actually the Naranaya mudra, dedicated to the spirit of new beginnings, enthusiasm, a new start. But they're also telling me to show you this courage mudra. So let's go. Courage mudra. This mudra comes from Japan. It has always helped to cope with niggling worries, fear, anxiety. Trust. Trust. Anxiety goes away. Once you trust, anxiety goes away. So make the mudra. Hold your what's the index finger with the end of your right, with all your fingers wrapped around your index finger. Okay, trust. Anxiety goes away once you trust. This is the courage mudra. This mudra comes from Japan. It has always helped to cope with niggling worries, fear, or anxiety. Use the following technique. Using the following technique, you can deal with both acute and chronic fears. First, take a long and careful look at the cause of your fear and imagine only for a moment the worst that might happen. The inner images are small and in black and white. Then you see in your mind's eye what it will be like when everything has resolved itself for the good, but in big, colorful pictures. So think of the worst that can happen, but only see them as small images that are in black and white. And think of the big picture. What's the best thing that could happen? Okay, what's the best thing that could happen? Imagine the situation as you would like it to be and yourself laughing, satisfied, and happy. And think of this in big, colorful pictures. And then repeat this affirmation to yourself. I have faith in the rightness of things. There is power and a strength which guides, supports, and protects me. Again, I'm being guided to tell you about this is just the justice card. So remember that thing I told about justice. Spirit is wanting to give you all you've been working for, all you've been toiling for. Spirit cannot give you your due rewards in your current environment because it will not be appreciated. Spirit needs to give you in a new place. That's why you're being also directed to go to this new place. And lastly, you've got the power mudra. This mudra is a great tonic to help you get out of bed in the morning or as a pick me up during the day, especially like when you're having those sleep paralysis, nightmare dreams. This is going to be useful. Drive, get going. Oh my goodness, everything is okay. They are telling me if I say everything is on point again, they are going to give me an actual fiscal knock. So I'm going to keep quiet about that. But you know what I was about to say. Anyways, drive, get going. This is the power mudra. This mudra is a great tonic to help you get out of bed in the morning or as a pick me up during the day. First of all, open the window and drink a glass of water. Rub your hands vigorously and then clap them loudly. Did I show you the courage mudra? Yeah, I did. Okay. Now interlock the fingers of both hands with each other and turn them so that the palms are facing outward. Stretch your arms forward, downwards, and upwards in time to the rhythm of your breathing. Repeat several times. After this, place your interlocked hands on the back of your head. This lightens the mood. And or place the back of your hands in contact with your forehead for a few seconds for drive. Look up and breathe in deeply several times and repeat to yourself, I am bursting with energy, baby. Okay, so my love, again, the bottom of the deck, equanimity. Just smile. Equanimity, same as the justice card. Smile. Everything is going to work out for you. Everything has already worked out for you. Now you just need to allow yourself go to where you be loved, where you be supported, where you be seen. Okay. All right, my love. So if you chose deck one, that was what your next 28 days looks like. So allow yourself to be taken to where you are going to be loved, where you'll be seen, where you'll be appreciated, where you'll be encouraged, where you'll be admired, where spirits can give you all you've been working for, where spirits can really allow you to receive all your rewards. You guys, you've been working a lot, and now it's time for you to receive your rewards, not just in one way, but in multiple streams of income. I'm also hearing there's a lot of passive income opportunities that are going to open up for you. Some of this is literally just you becoming like part of the board advisory for a company, a project, and them giving you some shares, paying you, giving you just returning passive income to you. Okay. All right, my love. So if you chose deck one, that's what you need to know for the next 28 days. I love you. Mwah. And if you enjoyed your reading, make sure you like and make sure you subscribe if you're not subscribed to stay tuned to when I release new readings. I love you, baby. Mwah. Hey baby, welcome back. So if you chose deck two, this is your next 28 days prediction. We're going to be looking at what is happening for you over the next 28 days, what opportunities are opening up for you, how to best align with your higher self, what you need to do, your most achieve, your most accomplish items, what you need to get done to be able to move further along your soul path, your soul mission, and your life purpose journey. Okay, so this is your next 28 days prediction. Let's see what's going to come for you. If it's career, if it's love. Okay, if you chose deck two, here's what you need to know for your next 28 days prediction. All right, let's start off. All right, so deck two. The first words I'm hearing for you are chances and then crowns. Chances and crowns. Are you going to allow yourself to do what you've never done? To try new ideas, to try new things, to go in a different way, to go in a way that you've never gone before? Right, so let's see. First card out of the deck, you've got Ace of Pentacles, making a new plan. This is Merima, Architect. This is time for you to draw up a new blueprint. I'm also hearing for some of you, this is you having to tweak your vision board. So this next 28 days, you're getting the opportunity to tweak your vision board so that it better aligns with who you are seeing yourself now. There are some things I'm hearing on your vision board that are actually extinct. That's the word Spirit is using, that some of those ideas, some of those manifestations, they're actually extinct because they are no longer in alignment with who you are now. They are no longer in alignment with who you are becoming. They are no longer in alignment with this level of your soul growth. These manifestations, these ideas, these desires, these dreams you've had, they are no longer in alignment with who you are now. So are you going to allow yourself to create a new blueprint, to create a new idea, to envision different, to start to think of how else can I get this done? What else can I manifest? What else can I call into my life? What other sources of income, of revenue, what other places and avenues, where else can I find fulfillment and satisfaction? What else can I build? What else can I create? What else can I lay my hands upon? How else can I grow? Okay, so remember I told you I was feeling of that energy of chance and changes. So next you got the Queen of Wands. So as again, this is vision board, this is manifestation. So are you going to allow yourself to create a new vision board for yourself that is more in alignment with who you are now, not who you were 1 month ago, 2 months ago, 3 months ago. This is you having to ask yourself and being very honest and being very decisive, because I'm seeing like you guys, you have the energy of ripe initiations, ripe change around you right now. The energy is very ripe, it's very potent. They're pulling my attention to this candle flame, and now it's just very tall. It's just very tall, crazy right now. Can you see? Like it's just very tall, and that is your energy right now. It's almost like just going up and up and up. Okay, this is your energy right now. That's what I'm being told to tell you. This is your energy right now. Are you going to allow? And then they're pulling me again. You know what? That they made me light the purple candle for you. Can you see the purple of the Ace of Coins? So this is time for you to make a new decision. You guys just, and then the flame is dancing. It's almost like you are going to just get your message by picking up on the very energetic signature here. But anyway, so are you going to allow yourself? Because right now you're full of so much potential. You're so full of potential right now. And you have to give yourself the benefit of doubt, and you have to trust that you're able to align with what is going to bring you so much abundance, so much pleasure, so much freedom, so much grace, so much wisdom, so much blessings. But you're not going to be able to align with this new part of yourself if you're still envisioning the old, if you're still sticking to old versions, if you're still sticking to old desires, old dreams. Allow yourself to create a new blueprint for yourself. Allow yourself to tweak your manifestation board. Allow yourself to tweak your vision board. This is time for you to get clearer on, because I'm hearing from when you first of all created the manifestation board up to now, you're no longer that person. You've undergone a lot of changes. You've undergone a lot of, I'm also hearing like manipulations. And this was like your higher self manipulating you, making you, molding you, and making you into who you are now, who you need to be for this level in your soul journey. So, but you're still operating based on the blueprint of yourself from 3 months ago. You're no longer the version of you from 3 months ago. You're no longer the version of you from when you created this manifestations list, when you created that, okay, I want to manifest this, I'm working towards this is what I want to actualize into my reality. You're no longer that version of you that created this manifestation goals, this manifestation checklist, this vision board. So you can allow yourself to create something else that is more in alignment with who you are now as a queen of wands. I'm also picking up Gemini, Libra, Aquarius energy. So that every energy of you guys are able to also manifest fast. So I'm seeing you like having manifestor energy or manifesting generators. But there's something about if you put your mind to something, you're able to walk towards it. So now spirit is like, I don't want you to walk towards the wrong thing. There are just some things that are no longer in alignment with you. Okay, so let's get some clarity on what on the manifestations that are no longer in alignment with you. All right, Spirit, please can you shed, although they are pulling me to this other deck. Okay, so let's start off with this and then we'll go back to this. All right, Spirit, please can you give some clarity into these changes that need to happen? Yeah, okay, so first card out of the deck, compass direction. So as I said, you're being redirected to what is in alignment with you. What I'm hearing like more of in social standing. There's also something about the way you see yourself being having to the way you see yourself needs to change. The way you see yourself is also having a strong implication on how the world sees you. So it's like even part of your vision board, the images you already highlighted, the things, the text, the affirmations, they are no longer resonating with this new version of yourself. They are no longer resonating with your new concept of yourself, your self concept, you're self-aware. You are more self-aware than when you first of all created this vision board, when you first of all created this manifestation board. What you know about yourself now has undergone a lot of radical transformation. You are now seeing yourself differently. There's also something about you guys, you've been doing a lot of inner work. I'm also hearing like healing a lot of ancestral trauma. So I'm going to pull from the ancestors deck for you. Healing a lot of ancestral trauma. And I say all the cards, they're purple. Healing a lot of ancestral trauma, and that is also freeing up your energy from karmic situations, freeing up your energy from karmic past, freeing up your energies from who you were, and now you're being told and instructed to redirect your energy over this next 28 days into your north node. So I want you to look at your birth chart. I want you to look at your north node placement and see that what are the qualities, what are the qualities. I'm also hearing like your life path number is also going to be very significant. Okay, what are the qualities of your north node sign, and how can you embrace more of this? That is what you need to put in your mission board, your manifestation board. So for example, if you're an Aries north node, so you're going to be looking to put in more images that help you to embrace more of your courageous, bold, visionary self, being able to self-lead, being able to go the distance, being able to try new things. So that's what you want to put. If you have Pisces in north node, so you're going to want to put images that help you to become more creative, more idealistic, more imaginative, more artistic, Do you understand? Being able to see the version of yourself that is a creator and is paid for their creations. Seeing yourself as the creator that is applauded for their creations. Seeing yourself as a creator who is able to bring art pieces to life that the world has never seen. So that is a new vision you have to have for yourself. For example, if you also have like your North Node in Capricorn, now this is time for you to start envisioning yourself. What would it be like for you to be a leader, for you to be a global leader, for you to take up more position, for you to become the capable, resourceful leader that everyone turns to, for you to become the master controller of time, for you to be the one to be the not just dominating your emotions, but being able to dominate over different spheres, being able to dominate over different spheres of life, being able to dominate and lead across so many spheres. So if you're not snowed in Capricorn, look for images, look for texts, look for affirmations, look for symbols that help you to remember how powerful you are. They help you to remember how much of a strategic advantage you have, and how much of a strategic advantage you are in any situation, in any circumstance, or in any environment where you are. Being able to have that self-leadership of also being able to master your skills, being able to master your efforts, being able to master your time. Also, images that remind you about the value of patience, the virtue of patience, the virtue of diligence, of resilience. Those are the things you now need to put on your vision board, on your manifestation board. Okay, those are things you need to put on your vision board and your manifestation board, because you freed up a lot of your energy from the past. You freed up a lot of energy that was previously tied into resolving your karmic debts, paying back on your karmic debts. You freed up a lot of that energy. Now it's time for you to focus on aligning with the version of yourself that is able to direct all your energies, direct all your attention, direct all your manifestations, direct all your envisioning, all your imaginations, all your plans, all your actions into embodying this version of yourself who is the master of their North Node, who is able to go towards the direction where your soul wants to grow towards in this incarnation. All right, what's the message from your ancestors? Because I'm also hearing like they're saying congratulations. I mean, chukramida, chukramida. Congratulations, you did it. You completed a lot of the steps we could not complete. You did a lot of the things we could not do. We tried doing it so many times, but you did it. Congratulations. That's what I keep hearing. Listen. Long Bobby Susie. Okay, so this is about you. You did a lot of work around releasing shame. So this ancestral karma you guys completed was around releasing shame first, asking for what you want, demanding for what you want, showing up for what you want, not being ashamed of your gifts, not being ashamed of your talents, not being ashamed of what you're capable of, not being ashamed of how you look, what you bring to the table, what makes you different, how you are unique. You guys, you fully embrace all the things that made you different, that previously you were ashamed of these things. Previously your ancestors were made to feel shame for this. They were made to hide these gifts. They were forced into hiding. They were forced into covering themselves up. They were forced into, dishonoring their needs, of defaming themselves, of defaming their desires, of relinquishing their desires, their actions, their abilities, their creativity, their gifts, their talents, their magic. Okay, so in the past, your ancestors were beaten up for this. I'm hearing like they were beaten up, they were ostracized, they were castigated, they were set apart, they were put as outcasts. But in this lifetime, you guys have done the work of healing that energy of shame, of releasing any guilt of shame, of being yourself, of being unique, of being special, of being distinct. You've released the energy of shame, and you're like, okay, fuck anybody. If anybody who doesn't agree with me, who thinks that I'm too much, who thinks that I don't have what it takes, who thinks that I'm too weird, who thinks that I'm too powerful, who thinks you've really released. I'm also hearing like you release a lot of other people's projections, all the projections they threw your way, they threw on you that to make you feel ashamed of what you're doing or who you were, what you do, what you're capable of. You released all of those, and that was what you were working on in your Saturn. That was the karmic debt you completed. Now you guys have completed this karmic debt. Now your energy has been freed up for you to move forward. So how are you going to choose to move forward? So this next 28 days, you're being here. I want you to this next 28 days, if you can pay But if you can focus, so 20 days, half of it, half of the 20 days, which is 14 days, I want you to focus on just imagining what else. Look for pictures, look for text, look for images, look for symbols, look for videos, look for voice notes, look for things that remind you. And first of all, okay, so your first step, go look at the North Node in your birth chart, okay? Look at the North Node sign in your birth chart. Read about it if you don't know about it, and figure out like, okay, what are the main qualities? And you start seeing I'm hearing like you start seeing the trickle. It's like your guides, your spirit guides, your higher self, spirit, universe, they've been dropping clues. 333 on my time. They've been dropping clues for you. They've been leading you on towards this. But now you are being given the full picture. So now do the research. Your North Node placements. What are the qualities of your North Node placements? What are the qualities of your North Node placement sign? What are the strengths? What are the weaknesses? And see how you can represent this on your vision board and create a new vision board for yourself, so that in the next 14 days you would have a new vision board, a new focus, a new kind of like guidepost to now direct all your attention, your effort, your intention, your manifestation towards. Okay, so this next 20 days, that is what you need to do. Those are the opportunities. So you'll even find yourself like no longer this past this past times you've worked a lot on releasing the shame. Now it's like you're like, what's next? So the what next is going to come from you moving into the energy of your North Node. That is the what next. Now it's time for you to ascend. It's time for you to upgrade. It's time for you to move forward. It's time for you to go where you've never gone before. Do what you've never done before. This is the time for you to do that. All right, let's see. Any clarification on this direction you're being guided towards? Thank you. Okay. So you got two cards out of the deck. Ooh! Those are so beautiful. So you got tradition and you got ancestors. I'm really picking up this energy of Capricorn North Node. You don't have to be, but that's also is strong. Or maybe you have Capricorn or you have your North Node in the 10th or 11th house. That's also coming strong. Okay, so you got tradition and ancestors. So at this time, you've really done the work of paying back your ancestral trauma. Like the work, as I told you, your ancestors are just like, congratulations, you've really done this. So what your ancestors could not do, what they could not complete in their own lifetime, you've done it. Now it's like you didn't just inherit your ancestors' trauma. You didn't just inherit your ancestors' pain. You didn't just inherit your ancestors' troubles. You also inherited their blessings. You also inherited their grace. You also inherited their favor, their love, their luck, their support, and they are all around you. Your ancestors are so happy with you. So now at this time, I'm also hearing like, how can you build a new tradition? How can you build a new foundation? How can you build a new way of doing things? How can you create a new foundation? How can you lay a new foundation for yourself and for the generations coming up for you? How can you rewrite and rebuild the structural traditions, the traditions of not just the society? This is like a society of one, choosing to do things in you because you've completed this ancestral trauma, you've broken free, you've completed the cycle, you've broken free from the cycle, you've paid back this karmic debt. Now you are being the one who is the new ancestor for the future generations. So it's time for you to build in the traditions that will support their own growth. It's time for you to lay the foundations, to lay the foundations that will support their own growth, their own rapid development. I'm also hearing there's something about you guys at this time. You are being directed to work towards building a legacy that future generations are going to rely upon. That's the word legacy. So this next 20 days is going to make your path and your assignments crystal clear. Your assignment, how you're going to build this legacy for yourself and the future generation is going to become crystal clear, that you'll not even be able to deny to yourself. You'll not be able to deceive yourself, because you know that, okay, these are the parts of our tradition. These are parts of our traditional rights, our traditional rules, our traditional associations, our traditional beliefs that are actually more harmful than beneficial, that actually impede and hinder our growth, that actually stop us from becoming all we need to be. This is how I'm going to choose to rewrite it. This is how I'm going to choose to rewrite the legends. This is how I'm going to choose to rewrite the stories. This is how I'm choosing to rewrite the fairy tales. This is how I'm choosing to break the tradition. These are the parts of the tradition I'm going to preserve, but these are the ones I'm going to break free from, that I'm going to rewrite, that I'm going to make into a new way of being, so that the new generation, they are not going to have to go through the stress because you've done the work. You've done the work. And can you see the purple all over? You guys may be feeling pulled to wearing more purple at this time. Also, there's also something I'm hearing about now, seeing yourself as a true royalty. I'm picking up a lot of royal blood from you, even if in this lifetime you feel like you're not born into the royal family. There's something about you coming from a lineage of royalty. There's royal blood flowing within you. So that's also that thing of stepping into your power, stepping into your leadership, taking up your position. You've done the whole work of releasing shame, of having to hide who you are. Now it's time for you to step forward and take your position, take your throne. It's time for you to take your throne. So this next 28 days, you're going to get the opportunities to move from a place of love. There's also some bit of travel I'm picking up. There's this travel energy that I'm picking up about you transitioning. So aside from psychologically moving from a place of having to hide away and moving to a place of allowing the world to see your beautiful, bright, brilliant light, you're also moving from an emotional place of fear, of desolation, of feeling that everybody, and now you're moving to a place of where you actually literally don't give an F. Whoever sees you, whoever likes you, who doesn't like you, you don't actually care about all of that. Can you see the way her eyes are closed? And she's just focused within, and she's focused on the love all around her. Can you see that pink, beautiful energy of love? That's the heart chakra energy. And she just focused on all of that because she knows that she has the keys, she has the clues. And can you see she's moving, she's on a journey. Our ancestors are with her, and what guides her is love. Love for herself, love for her truth, love for our power, love for our wisdom, love for herself, literally. And that is what's guiding her into moving forward. So she doesn't care if people around her don't support her. Like, her eyes are closed to it. She cannot even see any of those shits. But I'm really picking up this energy of change, of transition, of so aside from the emotional and psychological changes. Okay, so this is birth, taking care of your creations. Okay, now you're allowing yourself to show up fully for who you are. You're allowing yourself to show up fully for who you need to be for yourself. You're allowing yourself to show up fully for your creations. For some of you, this is you over this next 20 days, also paying a lot more attention to your children, because now you're realizing, okay, I now need to build a legacy for my children to leverage. I need to build a legacy they can leverage, they can wield, because they are going to continue in this line, because I know my gifts are going to be passed down to them, because I know I'm now the new ancestor. So I have to build in the support to help them and to ensure that they have all the support and all the resources they need as they are also growing up, as they are also going to be taking up this leadership mantle from me whenever I exit. Okay, so at this time, this is you really now focused on. So that's that energy of moment. I'm still feeling like, okay, you are now, your actions are no more focused on your day to day. No, now you're thinking long term, you're thinking further, you're thinking further. Like, how can you focus and build on what is already existent to make it to make it have structural integrity, so that it can stand the test of time, so that it can be there for your children, so that it can be there for your children's children, so that it can be there for your great grandchildren, so that it can be there for the next 7 generations, so that they don't have to go through this stress of healing this shame, of releasing guilt, of releasing shame, of releasing fear of castigations, of releasing fear of projections. How are you becoming the version of them that's become, even if you're a male watching this, you're becoming the, I'm hearing the matriarch of the family, the grandmother, the ancient one that knows that, okay, you need to plan ahead for your future generations. I'm also hearing, like, for some of you at this time, over this next 20 days, you're going to have some investment opportunities that open up to you. There's also this energy I'm picking up, like, if you don't have children already, you guys are perhaps going to be making babies. But there's something about you and your spouse getting serious about, okay, how do we move forward? And then you moving forward. Some of you, this is you moving together with your spouse, or moving in with your spouse, or moving to be with your spouse. And the next step that comes from it is making babies. But this is still all around your legacy. And this is not just, even if you have children, if you don't have children, this legacy work is not just in terms of physical babies, it's also in terms of your creative babies. Like you now ensuring that you have the proper solid foundation for yourself to build upon that will continue to support you all throughout your lifetime, and also for your children's children and the children's children, and 7 generations to come to also leverage and enjoy. To leverage and enjoy. All right, let's see what else is here for you over this next 20 days. Thank you. It's been a while I used this deck. Okay, so you've got the 3 of coins. So are you going to allow yourself to be strategic? This is you about being very strategic, understanding, okay, who can you liaise with, who can you bring into who can you bring into partnership with, looking at all the players, all the platforms, all the people you have to liaise with, and looking at it from a big picture perspective, and saying like, okay, who has the best moves, what are the best moves I need to make at this time. Remember that all this time your work is focused on legacy. So your first 14 days should be focused on retuning, retweaking your intention, your vision board, your manifestation board. Then the next 14 days should be focused on you getting very clear and getting very strategic on how you need to move forward. Who are the players in this situation? Which, and the players are not just persons, they are people, they are persons, they are places, they are platforms. That's why I keep hearing PPPs. They are persons, they are places, they are platforms, they are processes. Which of these things can you leverage to the best advantage for yourself and this legacy you're building? Which of these things, how can you best use them? Which of them has the best competitive advantage? Which of them will provide you with the strongest and the widest moats around you, that builds you, that gives you the opportunity to build that competitive and strategic advantage? I'm really picking up a lot of Capricorn energy from you. Because I'm just talking about strategic advantage and all of this. I'm like, okay, this is sounding like a business consultation. Okay. So the next, the later half of this 20 days, the second half, which is this later 14 days, allow yourself to really, really decide on how you need to move forward. Allow yourself to really, really get clear on what you need to do, where you need to go, who you need to be with, who you should be talking to, who you should be liaising with, who you should be, the platforms you should be using, how you should organize yourself for success, how you should improve your processes, how to refine your processes so that they are more supportive of this work you're doing, so they are more supportive of this legacy you're building, how to basically just make everything work for you, using what you have to support you on this journey. Really, really leveraging what's available to the best of your ability. You don't have to do it alone. There's a lot of support here, but you also have to be open to receiving the support and using what's available. So they're bringing me back to the first card, the Ace of Coins. Okay, you building from scratch. So there are going to be workers. You are going to need bricks. You are going to need the architect. You need to draw up the blueprint for your new building. But you have to get clear first on, okay, what is it that what are we exactly building? There's also this energy I'm picking up of you and your spouse will be coming together to do a lot more work, not necessarily working together on the same idea, but you guys are going to be working in unison, you're going to be in cooperation, you're going to be working in harmony together to support these new goals. I'm also picking up this energy of your partner is not just a regular partner. Who you have that you're going to be working with is someone who has committed to working with you because you've done the work of this. So the first phase of your soul mission was actually paying back the debt. paying back the karmic debts. Okay, now the second phase is when you're calling in support, when you're calling in partnership, where your partner is also coming into, okay baby, this is what I'm going to do, this is what I'm going to do to support you. And it's not until when they say that, there's also something about the actions and the decisions they are going to be making are also going to be beneficial and advantageous to you. But I'm still picking up that energy of you guys needing to pack your bags because you are going to be moving pretty soon. You're going to be moving pretty soon, so pack your bags. All right, let's see what else is. Oh, the sun card: success, prosperity, vitality. Okay, so you guys, as I said, pack your bags. You're moving soon. You're moving to where you're going to have more opportunity to get more results. I'm also seeing a lot more. I'm hearing like windfall of success. Everything is going to start coming together very fast. So you did the first phase of releasing what is no longer in alignment, which is releasing your south node needs and desires and urges. Now the second phase is you working towards your north node fulfillment, and your north node fulfillment is leading you to great success. It's leading you to a windfall of abundance. I keep hearing like windfall of abundance. Like, and you see, oh, she's not this, babe. This. Does she look like someone who is worried? Does she look like someone who is stressed? Does she look like someone who is worried about, okay, with support? No, she looks happy. She looks satisfied. She looks content. She looks like she's supported. She has no worries. Okay, so you're being moved to, I'm really picking up that energy of travel and transition. So you guys prepare your bags. If you've been planning to make a move, pack your bags. You're moving over the next 20 days to somewhere where it's going to be more successful, where you find more prosperity, where it's going to fill you with a lot more life, a lot more vitality, a lot more energy, a lot more vivacity. A lot more vitality, a lot more energy, a lot more vivacity is coming through. Okay. Ooh, that's so nice. But this is really, so this next 20 days is a great focus on your coins, receiving what you are due, receiving all the support. There's just this energy of you don't have to do it alone. We already have planned the support for you. Now it's time for you to just get moving to where you're going to receive the support. Get moving to where you're going to receive the support. That's all. Like, just keep hearing where you are going to receive the support. Get moving to where you're going to receive the support. Get moving to where you're going to receive the support. And then look at the traditions card. Can you see is leaning back? Not just leaning back on anything, leaning back on strong bundle of brooms, of brushes, knowing that someone has your back. So there's still that energy again. I'm picking up of your spouse stepping up to the plate and really, really showing up for you in a way that allows you to focus on actualizing your north node mission, because that's also what it's. So it's not like they're becoming. It's not like your needs are going to overtake them. It's just that even what they need to do for themselves, their north node is also in alignment with them supporting you at this time. So allow yourself to create a new vision board and manifestation around what success looks like now. Because what success looked like some months back, what success looked like 4 months ago, 2 months ago, that's no longer your success. Those are no longer your success markers. That's no longer what success looks like now for you in this current place, having released all this shame, having released all this energy of shame, of ancestral trauma, of ancestral guilt, you release all of those. So what success looks like now is different. So you have to give yourself to envision what that difference is. Okay? You have to give yourself the grace to envision what that difference is. Oh, summer is going to be very busy. So pack your bags. By summer, okay, summer the season, you are going to be in a new place. I'm also saying like something like maybe you guys will be on honeymoon or you'll be on vacation. But there's something, I'm picking up this tropical energy. And not just because she's in a sundress, but what they're showing me is like you'll be in a tropical paradise. So I'm seeing by summer you're going to be in a new place. Okay, so start packing up your bags. I don't know whenever you're saying this, but summer is going to be significant for you. So May, June, late May, June, July is going to be significant for where you're moving to. You're moving to this place that is going to support your growth, that is going to support your prosperity, that is going to make support your success. Okay, you're moving to a place that is going to support your growth, your prosperity, your success, and summer is looking like the time for it. Start expecting from May, June, July. Okay, expect moves to be made whenever you're saying this. So summer is going to be the time for this move. I was speaking of that energy of move. All right, my love. So let's round up your readings with an affirmation message. Then we'll look into spirit animals for you. And lastly, maybe a mudra if I'm guided to. All right, what affirmations the deck 2 needs? So if you chose deck 2, if this reading resonated with you so far, make sure you like this video, subscribe if you haven't subscribed, so you can always catch up. And now they're telling me I'm talking so much. All right, so if you chose deck 2, what affirmation? I'm being directed to the creator's deck. You guys, you are creating something of significance. You are creating a new business. You are creating a new way of doing things. You are rewriting the history. You are rewriting the traditions of society. You are rewriting the rules, the norms. I just keep on picking up this energy that you are rebels, you are misfits, but you have to be that way because that's the only way you can bring a new idea into existence. Your powerhouses. If you chose the two, you're a powerhouse. And then remember I told you that thing about crown. You guys, you are royalty. Even if you don't know it, you have royal blood flowing within you. You are going to build and leave legacies behind. You guys, you have crowns sitting on your head, and now it's like it's time for you to take up your throne. It's time for you to take up your throne with all the confidence. You've done the work of releasing anything that will hold you back. Now it's time for you to take up your throne and settle in it fully, freely, confidently. Okay, you go. What did I tell you about you partnering up? Okay, so you got magic happens when you most expect it. So how do you expect it? By envisioning it, by affirming it. When you wake up, you make your manifestation board, you make your vision board, you make it your phone screensaver, your devices, your laptop, your desktop, your TV. Make it your screensaver, put it around your house where you can see everywhere. You guys will also be seeing white cats. Magic happens when you most expect it. Now it's time for you to expect that everything falls in place. Everything is happening for you. Everything is happening for you to the best and to your best and your highest and your best and your highest and your most pleasurable good. And then you got collaboration of souls. And I told you, you're never supposed to do this alone. Now you've accepted your mission. And now all the support, all the partnership, the people, the platforms, the processes that you need to execute on these ideas, that you need to execute on building this legacy, they are going to materialize into your reality. This was never something you had to do alone. Yes, it was your soul mission, but you always had support waiting for you. Okay, so you got collaboration of souls, and the first person I'm picking up is really the energy of your spouse. Your spouse is very integral to this journey you're undertaking. So some of you maybe like in summer you're going to go be with your spouse. I'm still picking up that energy of early summer, not even late summer, like early summer, like late May, early June. Okay, so May, June, May, June significant. May, June, significant. I'm never really picking up the energy of July. Okay, so whenever you catch this, whenever you watch this, in summer, you're going to be in a new place. You're going to be with your spouse. That was that energy I also picked up of vacation, of honeymoon. You guys are just going to be in a place where you can rub minds together and how best to move forward. All right, so let's go with the spirit animal message. All right, what spirit animals? Ooh, I love this. All right, so you got 3 spirit animals. Ah, panther spirits. This is the panther. And again, 444s. I've been seeing the 444s, but I was like, okay, nah, I'm not sure. But now that this is coming again, this is just confirmation. Can you see? 4 4. Can you see that? That's so close. Okay, can you see the 4 4? Magic happens where you most expect it. Then you got 4 4 again. Panther spirits, reclaim your power. Can you see the crown? Reclaim your power. You also got chameleon spirit. Again, the 4 chameleon spirits act as if. It's time for you to start acting as if, expect it, expect everything to work out. Act as if, act as the most, as the boldest version of you, as the crowned version of you. Act as if you are the king and the queen of the land, because you are. Act as if you are the royal powerhouse, because you are. Act as if. You also got bobcat. Remember, I told you you'll be saying white cat. You got bobcat spirit. Life is a mystery. Everything will work out in the most mysterious ways. But you also have to allow yourself to dream about it, to envision it, and that's the fastest way you attract it into your reality. But life is a mystery, okay? This is time for you to close your eyes and just trust in the process. Trust in the process. And you got armadillo spirit, set healthy boundaries. What I'm being told with this is that you guys have been doing it. That's also the work with this releasing shame, releasing other people's projections. Where's the ancestor card? Yeah. So armadillo, and then the colors are very similar. So there's something about root chakra I'm also picking up. So you've been releasing shame, you've been releasing a lot of guilt, you've been doing the work. Now it's time for you to kind of like intensify what you're doing. You guys will be saying 4 is a lot. They are pulling my attention to this as well. 3 and 1 is 4. 4 on this card as well. Okay, 4 here, 4, and you also got 4 here, 4, and you also got 4. Okay, so armadillo spirit, set healthy boundaries. You've been doing that. Now it's time for you to intensify that a lot more. It's time for you to set healthier, stronger boundaries. You've started the work, but you can still do a bit more so that you are really, really freed up, so that your root chakra is not trembling in fear around people's acceptance. No, now you're the one commanding the attention. You're like, okay, this is the attention of what I want. And I don't even need them to give it to me, because I don't need them to see me. I already see myself. And because I already see myself, everything I need is already being magnetized towards me. That's the vibe. Okay? So deck 2, that's your next 28 days projection. Your next 28 days predictions. Okay? And lastly, let me give you a mudra card. What mudras can you make to help you over this next 28 days? Lastly, whenever I'm like, Spirit, let me just give them something more, they always make sure a lot of cards come out. So I'm like, I should have just listened when they told me to wrap things up. Anyway, so first I got self-confidence. I am sure. Self-confidence, I am sure. And then they're putting me against this success gate. Can you see the similarities? So self-confidence, I am sure. Make this mudra with your hands, okay? You got transformation, the art of change. Let me read you the affirmation at the back of the mudra. Oh, this is the performance mudra. Self-confidence, self-confidence. I am sure. Performance mudra. This mudra helps in exam situations and performances on stage. The index fingers point upwards and the thumbs point towards the earth. Towards the earth. Give of your give of your give of your best, and give yourself over to the goodwill and higher understanding in the hearts of the people around you. What have I been telling you about these legacies? You wish to achieve something which is of benefit to all, including yourself. To this end, you place whatever it is that is at stake under the auspices of the higher powers. Take the following terms into your heart. Plant them like seeds in the earth, and they will germinate, come into flower, and then give a rich harvest. Self assurance, self confidence, self awareness, which is everything I've been telling you. You also got transformation, the art of change. This is the Varakam Mudra. I am so clever and ingenious that I can use any situation to my advantage, and I make sure that the greatest good for all comes from it. As I'm saying, you guys, you are not being selfish. What these things you are doing, you have the opportunity to impact and influence a lot of lives. So you also have to believe and trust that you have all the resources and support. Like you are working for God. God is not going to leave you empty-handed. You are doing your ancestors' work. You think they'll leave you without support? Do you think they'll allow you to strive or struggle? No, you've done your main part. You've done the work, which is actually releasing the shame of being seen, of taking up space. You've done the work. You're allowing your light to shine bright. Now accept and embrace that everything you need is going to come to you when you need it. This mudra refreshes the spirit and gives harmony, balance, and equanimity. Make sure your arms are horizontal and keep your hands up as high as your throat. When you're performing this mudra, imagine a bowl of lemons in front of you. All but one are shiny and flawless. The odd one out has an ugly mark on it. Whether you get annoyed about it or not makes no difference at all. The mark is there, and that's that. The best thing is to squeeze all the juice out of the lemons, add a good portion of sugar, and make sweet lemonade out of the situation. Okay? Then got effortless, take it easy. Contemplation, listen carefully. You guys may be feeling pulled to listening to more music at this time. All in one and one in all. Devotion, deeply attached. Reason, think it over. Okay? So effortless, take it easy. Again, that root chakra emphasis. This is the gesture of the fairy thunderbolt. Can you make the chakra? Can you make the mudra? Can you see the other mudras? Okay, effortlessness. Take it easy. This circulation mudra activates and regulates the flow of blood in the body and stimulates all the senses. Stand up straight with your feet pointing straight in front. Now speed up your breathing rhythm and swing your arms vigorously upwards every time you breathe in, keeping your back straight. Then form and maintain the mudra with your arms outstretched for about 10 seconds. Meanwhile, keep breathing in and out deeply and with energy. Finally, sit down quietly for 3 to 5 minutes, still keeping the mudra formed. Use your imagination to put yourself in a situation which you find fun and enjoyable. The affirmation: I face the world with determination, seizing the opportunities as they come and transforming them with elan and enthusiasm. Okay, that's it. Like this. All right, you got contemplation, listen carefully. Sky mudra. This alleviates neck and ear problems of all kinds. In acute cases, maintain the mudra as long as it is necessary. In chronic cases, perform it 4 times daily for about 10 minutes. Music has a healing effect and is best demonstrated with research using Mozart's compositions. Listen to your favorite music and unwind. Let your lower jaw hang loose. If this makes you salivate more, it just means that the relaxation process has succeeded well. In addition, the production of more feel-good hormones, and also when you're making this new vision board or when you're doing the research for the vision board, listen to music you enjoy. It's going to help you get into the flow. It's going to help you get faster into the flow of fun, of pleasure, of enjoyment, okay, of happiness. And it will stimulate your feel good hormones. Keep your thoughts from wandering too far. Let your attention dwell completely on the music. The music of the spheres shows me the goodness and perfection of the universe. Okay, all in one and one in all. Can you see the mudra? Nanachin mudra, seal of teaching and knowledge. This mudra has a regenerative and strengthening effect on the whole body. It lightens and clarifies the spirit and is balsam for the soul. The fingers of the left hand point downwards and those of the right hand upwards. The contact between the thumb and index fingertip of each hand symbolizes the connection of human consciousness with that of the cosmos. Through our connection with cosmic consciousness, we can give up, surrender our fears, doubts, worries, and daily burdens. In the security of this bond, we are never alone. We are all one, all in one, one in all. Connected with the eternal light, my true self reveals itself. It radiates my love into the world. Then you got devotion, deeply attached. This is such a beautiful mudra. Dhyani Mudra, using your concentration to sink into an activity, a contemplation or a meditation brings about healing, wonderful stillness, and helps to deal with acute or chronic pain. In the absence of the invisible air around us, we will die, but there are energies which are even less easy to perceive and which nevertheless fill the universe, give us a framework, and indeed provide the ground of our very existence. When we consciously let ourselves in for this incomprehensible, seemingly insubstantial something, then something else incomprehensible happens to us, in us, around us, for us. While breathing in, count from 1 to 7, then count from 7 to 0 while breathing out. Rest a little in the space between inhaling and exhaling in the invisible fullness. In that, I admit the emptiness and I receive abundance and happiness. All right, let's round up this reading. Reason, think it over. Can you make the mudra? This is the mudra for musing. Constructive and positive thoughts are the seed corn of a life of fulfillment and joy. Picture yourself on top of a mountain. Your gaze encompasses your whole life, your doings and your dealings with other people. Again, this is bringing me to the helicopter view you're being guided to take, or perhaps a particular issue which is bothering or concerning you. From this vantage point, you can simply seek further and more clearly, and you greatly increase the chances of finding the best solution. This is pulling me back to this. And also, one of the spirit animal messages around. Okay, I can't seem to. There's so many cards out here. The armadillo spirit, setting healthy boundaries. Okay, so setting healthy boundaries, seeing people's roles, seeing people as they are, and not trying to idealize situations. Just see it as it is so that you can move further upwards. All right, my love. So if you chose deck 2, that was your next 28 days reading. I love you so much. So if you chose deck 3, this is your message. Okay, so Tower card, first card out of the deck. So at this point, you guys are undergoing a lot of endings, a lot of endings, a lot of closures, a lot of things leaving your reality, a lot of things leaving your grasp. There's also something about you being at this time allowing yourself to release all that is no longer aligned with you, allowing yourself to really surrender. And that feels a bit stressful because you are someone who likes having all your eggs in, not especially all your eggs in one basket, but you like to know where your eggs are. And this energy right now, you are being guided to just surrender to the process. You are being guided to release the stress, to release the anxiety, to release the worry, to really, really allow yourself to be taken to where you need to be. These endings are happening for you. This chaos, even though it's a lot of chaos, but in the midst of the chaos, there's the opportunity for you to create new beginnings. So I'm saying, like, as everything is cloudy, chaotic around you, in the center, there's a clearing. There's an energy clearing in the center where spirit has made room for you to start something new, for you to start something fresh, for you to start a new beginning. But you're not going to allow yourself to step in this new beginning if you're still holding on to what is collapsing, if you're still holding on to what is chaotic, if you're still holding on to what is ending. You need to release all of these things to be able to receive these new beginnings opening up for you. You guys might have also been pulled to picking deck 1 for this reading. If you strongly felt that pull, I also want you to watch that message. At this time, you guys are having a lot of sleepless nights, a lot of anxiety, a lot of worries. Some of you having like sleep paralysis, you can't sleep because of the decisions. I mean, like the impending decisions, the decisions looming ahead of you, and you're really like, and a part of this stress is part of why this tower moment is being prolonged. It's actually your mind playing tricks on you, and it's making you want to hold on to what is ending. But as you can see, this tower, this castle, is unsafe for anybody to live in. I mean, like, say the lightning has struck it, fire is coming out from the roof, the roof part has broken apart. You can't live in this anymore. You can't stay where you are anymore. You can't stay in your current environment. You can't stay in your current situation. You can't try to make things, you can't try to patch things up. You can't try to manage through it. There's no energy for you to manage. There's nothing for you to manage. You can't manage anything at this point anymore. This is the end. You've reached the end. You've come to the conclusion. You've come to the final chapter. Now it's time for you to allow yourself to move into new beginnings, to move into new levels, to move into new places, to move into the places where you're being directed to go see the things you're being directed to see. Okay? Let's move on. There's just this heavy energy of anxiety, of despair, of fear. There's that strong fear energy. And there's also this feeling of feeling insecure. You're feeling insecure in the choices ahead of you. Okay, Seven of Wands, this is still anxiety, but this anxiety, it's really, really projected onto you. A lot of your fears, they are not even real. And a lot of these fears and limitations, they're because people have given you the ideas and made you believe that this process is difficult. This process you're undergoing, this new direction that you're being called to. Five of Wands in reverse, bottom of deck. This new direction you're being called to, this conflict you're experiencing, this uncertainty, it's because they've made you believe that that's the only way, that you can only be uncertain, that this journey is only filled with strife. The journey ahead of you is only filled with strife, it's only filled with uncertainty, it's only filled with misgivings, it's only filled with things out of your control. But the truth is, this is largely and literally their own projections, because they are saying it has gone that way because it has gone that way for them. It doesn't mean that's going to be the way it's going to go for you. It doesn't mean that's going to be how things are going to happen for you, because for you, this is a decision that's been made for you. Spirit has made this decision for you. That's why everything is collapsing all around you. That's why it feels like you cannot find any stable ground. That's why it feels like everything is falling apart. Everything is falling away, because you right now should not be striving to hold things together. Right now, your energy should not be spent on trying to patch things up, of trying to tape things over. It's like there's a huge gash in a water pipe, and then you're trying to use a little glue stick, a little tape to tape it. No, it's not going to hold. It's not going to hold. Okay, so you got the Seven of Wands here. This is time for you to really, really separate and distance yourself from people who are traitors, who are treacherous traitors. That's what Spirit is giving me for you. From people who from people who don't deserve you, from people who don't deserve your presence, from people who would rather continue to lie to you, continue to use you, continue to deceive you, continue to threaten you, continue to withhold from you. This is time for you to release yourself, release your creativity. There's also a lot around you having placed yourself into other people's, like, I'm saying, like placing your worth in other people's hands, in other people's, your value, you've placed it in other people's hands. And now Spirit is guiding you to a place where you take back control, taking back control of your life, taking back control of your work, taking back control of your skills, taking back control of your talents, taking back control of your ideas, taking back control of your efforts, taking back control of all the things you bring to the table, and charging what you're worth. You've allowed other people to cap your worth. You've allowed other people to cap your valuation. You've allowed other people to put a ceiling to your dreams. You've allowed other people to put a ceiling to your desires. You've allowed other people to show you and tell you this is how far you can go. This is how far you can grow. This is all you can become. You've allowed other people to tell you what to be, where to be, what to do, when to do it. And now it's time for you to remember that you're royalty. Remember that you're the master creator. Remember that you're the master achiever. Remember that you're the one who has all the freaking skills. You're the one who has all the talent. You're being redirected to a place where all your skills, all your creativity, all your talent, all your ideas can come together as one to become something that is truly worthy, to become something that is truly valuable, to become something that is truly appreciated, to become something that is truly valued. So you guys, at this time, you're being redirected to move. That's why at this time, it also feels like there's a lot of endings, a lot of chaos, a lot of misgivings about how to move forward, because you are being blinded by all of these things you are struggling to hold on to. And if you don't allow yourself to release, you're just going to continue to be burdened by the weight of all you're supposed to be releasing and letting go of. But if you're not allowing yourself to release these things, it's like you be seesawing. You're seesawing between decisions. And the reason why you're wanting to stay where you are, it's really around your material possessions. It's really around you trying to hold on to these things which you've outgrown, which are no longer contributing positively to your life, but you don't want to release them. You don't want to feel like you've lost all you've worked for. You don't want to feel like you've lost all your possessions. But these are simply weights holding you down, and you're blinded to where you need to go. Can you see? He has a blindfold on because you're unable to see the truth of the situation. And the large reason why you're unable to see the truth of the situation is because of the people whispering doubts into your plans, the people whispering doubts into your ears, people who are manipulating you, manipulating what you do, manipulating how you use your skills, how you use your talents, how you use your gifts. And spirit is wanting to take you to the place where you be crowned instead, where you be seen. Three of Swords, bottom of the deck. You've gone through a lot of strife, a lot of hurt, a lot of turmoil, a lot of grief. You've been understanding instead of being, you've been more understanding of other people's shortcomings instead of you accepting the truth for yourself and what you need to do for yourself. You've been giving people chances to take advantage of you. You've been allowing people limit your dreams. You've been allowing people put a cap on your desires, on your dreams, on your ideas, on your goals, on what you want for yourself, on your ambition, simply because of what they could or could not provide to you. So now these tower moments are happening in your life is really about spirit forcing this change. This is not a change you voluntarily signed up for. This is a change that's been instigated by your higher self. You didn't sign up for this change because you're like, oh, freaky freak. No, let me stay the same. But even though you know the same, staying the same is just continuing, is going to continue to lead you into this place of doubting yourself, of being filled with a lot of apprehension, a lot of doubt, a lot of uncertainty, a lot of fears, a lot of anxieties, a lot of worries. All right, let's see. Okay. And the funny truth is, you are more powerful than everything you've ever believed about yourself. This is the King of Pentacles, okay? This is the King of Pentacles, who is dependable, who is prestigious, who is picking up this energy of you may be having earth signs significance in your chart, okay? This is the Queen of Pentacles, not the King, actually. This is the Queen of Pentacles. The Queen of Pentacles, what is the energy of the Queen? The Queen is not striving. The Queen is not, because there's a king there. So the Queen is not going into battle to go and win over lands. No, the Queen is waiting at home for them to bring her the spoils of war. The Queen is waiting for them to bring her the riches, the bounties of from faraway land. You are the Queen of Pentacles. You are someone who is prestigious. You are someone who deserves, not just deserves, your due, your right is for you to live in wealth. It's for you to live in luxury. And wealth and luxury is not just material wealth and luxury. It's also emotional wealth, emotional luxury. Being surrounded by people who appreciate you, being surrounded by people who see you, being surrounded by people who point to you, people being surrounded by people who are ready to give you resources, who are ready to point to you, who are ready to share with you, who are ready to help you, people you can depend upon because you are hardworking, you are very capable, you are very dependable, you are very generous, you are very friendly, you are very nurturing. But you've been staying too long in places where all of these values and virtues of you, all of this your goodwill, your good naturedness, your good at has been taken advantage of. And your higher self is saying, no more, no more. Don't you play games with my heart. No more. Your higher self is like, okay, I'm done with these games. I am done with these games. No more games. Okay, your higher self is done. Your higher self is fed up. These persons, these places, they were persecuting you. They were making you question yourself. They were making you doubt your skills. They were making you doubt how good you are. how strong you are, how capable you are, how dependable you are, how prestigious you are, how hardworking you are. They were making you cast, they were casting doubts upon all of this. They were making you doubt yourself, and they were persecuting you for who you were. Like, it's not your fault that you are prestigious. It's not your fault that you're someone of high status. It's not your fault that you're capable. It's not your fault that you're hardworking. It's not your fault that you can convert pennies into billions of gold, into gold bars, into billions. It's not your fault that you're a magician, that you have the Midas touch, that you can make everything work. But it's not your fault. It's just who you are. But you've now allowed these people to limit your dreams and your desires because they've continuously given you, every time you've reached out for support, for help, they keep on undermining you. They keep on giving you the littlest things, no benefit of doubt. They keep on making you feel small with yourself. And now that has kind of like infiltrated your brain, and it has cast a lot of doubt, and it has made you to start doubting yourself and what you're capable of. It has made you forget how powerful you are, how resourceful you are, how tenacious you are, how resilient you are, how nurturing, how dependable you are. You're a self-made queen. That's the queen of pentacles. Even if you're a female watching this, you are self-made. You're able to do things by yourself. You can create things out of thin air. You have the multiplying effect. But because of the people you've been liaising with, because of the people you've been working with, the people you've been living with, who have been casting doubt upon you, who have been persecuting you, you've forgotten who you truly are. This next 28 days, it's time for you to remember who the F you are. This is time for you to remember who the F you are and take back control. That's why this tower moment is happening for you. So allow yourself to release all the burdens weighing you down now, so that you can step freely into this new adventure. You can step freely into this new light. You can step towards where you are being crowned, where the laurel is being kept on your head, where your creativity, your skills, your talents are being acknowledged, because everything you've been doing is now coming together into one. Like, you might also have water placement significant to your chart, especially Pisces, but this is the abundance. This is fertility. Allow yourself to move to where you'll be abundant, where you'll be fertile, where you'll be creative, where you'll be free to follow your creative dreams, where you'll be free to build on your creative ideas, where you'll be free, and not only free, you have the support to push your creative boundaries, to do things, to create things, to build new projects, new processes, new ideas, to bring new things to life. Instead of you staying where you're being backbeaten, backbiting, there's a lot of jealousy, there's a lot of envy, there's a lot of treachery, there's a lot of, and this is really their own they are insecure with themselves, because they see how good you are, they see how capable you are, they see how powerful you are, they see how creative you are, and they are jealous about this, so they try to undermine you. By persecuting you, by making you look like the bad guy, the bad babe. They're making you look like the villain. They're trying to victimize you. They're trying to turn you into a victim of their own projections, into a victim of their own projected circumstances. And your higher self is not having any of that bull crap. That is why the tower moment has been happening. That is why everything is falling apart. That is why it feels like chapters are closing, doors are being locked in your faces, because you should not be there, because there's no growth for you there, there's no value there, there's no benefit, there's no beauty, there's no peace, there's no joy, there's no stability for you here. You need to move to where you can enjoy, where you can create freely, where you can be yourself, where spirits can bless you, where you can receive all your abundant blessings, your grace, your goodness, your miracles, your success, your results, where you can receive the support that you need. Okay? You got purpose and silence. You are being moved to a place where you can fulfill your soul's purpose. Where you can fulfill your soul's purpose instead of where you are being told to be silent. You guys, you're supposed to be leaders. You're supposed to be, you're supposed to be able to lead other people, talk to other people, share your ideas, mentor other people, teach other people, showcase your expertise. But in this situation where you are currently, you've been told to be silent. You are being persecuted for your voice. You are being persecuted for your wisdom, for your creativity. So, this next 28 days, you are being moved to where you can fulfill your soul purpose. You are being moved to where you can fulfill your soul purpose, where you can step into the highest, brightest, most aligned version of yourself. They were telling me to show you this candle flame, and now it was, let me see. And now it's so tall and strong. That is how powerful your light is. That is how powerful your brilliance is. But the people around you, these persecutors, these bad guys, they want to snuff out that light, but it's impossible. That's why Spirit is moving you to where you can shine your light so bright, like a light set upon the hill for the world to see. That is where you're being taken to. If you chose this deck, you might have also been feeling like choosing deck one. Watch that as well, because there's a message in it for you. So at this time, you're being guided to where you keep it simple, where you don't even have to stress. Before you try to stretch your hand to achieve A, you already have people around you like, oh, let's help you with that, let's support you with that, we are going to buy into your idea, we are going to fund this idea. What do you need? What resources? What support? What materials? What time? What effort? What skills? What do you need to get this thing off the ground? You're being guided to a place where you are going to live a simple life, a stress-free life. You are still hardworking, you are still capable, but now things are going to be seamless and easy and simple and just sweet. Sweet. Where you can wake up every day, you can smile when going to work, you can smile when going into your meetings, you can smile when meeting with your colleagues. You can smile. And in fact, the simple guidance you're receiving has all the answers you need, because everyone else has been telling you like, oh, these plans, because even as this chaotic moment is happening, this tower moment, you've deep down in your heart, you've been getting the message, but it's been very difficult for you to take action on, because every time you try to, you start thinking about, oh, but I'll lose this, but I need to take this with me, but I don't want to lose this opportunity, I don't want to lose this asset, I don't want to lose this access to this, I don't want to lose that. So there's a lot of back and forth struggle within you. But right now, you have to allow yourself to be guided to where you can enjoy the simple parts of life, the simple nature of life, having the life of ease, of enjoyment, of pleasure, of happiness, of love, of peace, of being surrounded by goodness, of goodwill, being surrounded by joy. There's something very heavy about you guys being mentors, being experts. You are walking into the next level of your life. You are walking into the next phase of your professional life, where you are going to be positioned as the expert, as the mentor, as the team lead, as the guide for other people. For other people who don't have as much expertise as yourself, for other people who are not as creative as yourself, for other people who are not as skillful, as talented as yourself. That's who you are becoming, because you are becoming a guide for them. Okay, again, you got the tower, solitude, authority, realizing your own authority. So you got the tower card twice in your reading. So this is you understanding that the people around you right now, they cannot support you because they already see how powerful you are. They already see, and that's why there's been a lot of confrontation, a lot of conflict, because they cannot just accept the fact. They see your value, they see your worth, but they cannot just accept the fact that you can be this version of yourself. So you should not allow yourself to stay any longer where in a place and in the situation and circumstances and environments where you are being belittled, where your worth is being belittled, where your contributions are being belittled, where what you bring to the table is being questioned. Because what it does is the longer you stay in those environments, the longer you keep on getting those messages, it gets reinforced in your brain. Your brain begins to accept it as that's the normal thing. Your brain begins to accept it as that's the normal standard. Your brain begins to accept all these projections, all these lies, all these illusions as the normal standard of operation, as a normal standard of operation. Okay, let's see. What's here about your purpose? I just keep getting that energy of you're someone who is supposed to speak. You're supposed to be a public speaker. And not just public speaker like speaking at conferences. I'm seeing you taking up the role in your offices, in your companies, and addressing a large group of persons and telling them, okay, guys, this is what we need to do. This is how we need to go. These are the things we need to, these are the things we need to accomplish. Okay, so you got author, spiritual teacher. Animals are important to you. You are very creative, and crystals, you have a connection to crystals. So you got author, you have a book inside of you that wishes to be expressed. Make the time to write it. So you have ideas for books, you have ideas for courses, for seminars. See, a spiritual teacher. You ill with your classes, your sessions and seminars. What was I telling you about giving that speech, of having talks, of releasing blog posts, of having videos where you teach others how to do things? And this is not just books in terms of physical books, digital. This is actually you being a knowledge consultant, someone who has so much wisdom, who is paid for their wisdom, who is paid for their ideas, who is paid for their knowledge. That is what a knowledge consultant is. People pay you for your ideas because you have so much to share, you have so much to give. That's also why you're being put in this position of being a mentor, of being a leader, of being seen as an expert, of being the team lead. You also have a close and you have a close relationship with animals. You might not be conscious of it, but you find animals being drawn to you. You find yourself being able to relate to animals. There's something about you being able to understand people beyond spoken communication. You being able to understand the gut instinct, being able to receive messages from a gut level, primal level. So because of that, because you're able to understand people's energies from a very primal level. It also means that when you are leading others, when you are guiding them, there are some things they don't need to put into words before you pick up on their energy and you're able to direct them accordingly. Even if they feel like, oh, you're the boss, they cannot come say with this. Because of this, your gift of being able to connect on a primal instinctive level, primal instinctual level, you're able to address their concerns and you'll be able to make work move smoothly, be a lot more seamless, a lot more enjoyable. And your subordinates are going to love working with you and for you. Okay, so you guys, you understand animals, you communicate with them intuitively. Trust your inner guidance as the animals are part of your life's work. You also have creative expression. Your soul longs to express itself creatively. You cannot express yourself where you are, and that's also something you're struggling with because not just even communication wise, even your ideas. You know, it's very frustrating when you have ideas, you are so excited about it, but then you share with the people you work with, your colleagues, and they just all you just get is blank stare. It just kills a part of you. And that part of you, you cannot allow it to die because that part is integral to you, who you are. That part is integral to who you are. This is creative expression. Okay? Your soul longs to express itself creatively. Then you got crystals. Your connection to crystals and gemstones is a channel for healing energy. I'm still picking up that energy of earth placement. So you guys should work with crystals. Like example, this is obsidian. Use this to combat bad vibes. Put this also around your devices. Okay. This is pyrite, fool's gold, to call in abundance for yourself. This is turquoise, okay, to help you clear up that throat chakra. Might be feeling like buying a lot more crystals or wearing crystal jewelry, or you've been feeling yourself interested in crystals. I have so many other crystals, but they're on my altar right now. And I'm not sure I need to take them off to show you. But these are some of the crystals you can work with at this point. I'm also hearing apatite, lepidolite is also coming through. Amethyst is also coming through. Put amethyst in your pillowcases. It will help you sleep better. Put them around you to help you foster a sense of peace and a sense of safety in within yourself. You're also needing to work on your root chakra because there's a lot of dependency on other people's expectations of you that you're needing to release at this time. So use some root chakra crystals, black any black crystal, red crystal is going to be very useful. Jasper is good for you at this time. Hematite is also very good. Obsidian, as I said, is also very good. Black tourmaline as well is also very good for you to use. Oins, black oins as well is also very good for you to balance that sacral, that root chakra energy. I don't know, ever since I started your readings, my nostrils have become blocked. There's something about you just needing to allow yourself to move, and there's a lot of consternation, there's a lot of self doubt, but this self doubt is not natural to you. You're someone who is very confident in yourself. This self doubt is simply being a projection from the people around you and the spaces and places and the environment you've interacted with for too long. This has started affecting your ability to trust in yourself, your ability to be confident in what you bring to the table. That's why spirit is separating you from these persons, these places, these things, these workplaces, this environment, these living conditions. Or I'm going to pull from two spirit animal decks because you guys, your animal whispers. So animals, your animal spirit guides will definitely have messages for you. So let's pull from those. So let's pull from two. Where's the other spirit animal deck? Okay. And I'll give you an information. I'm being directed to give you an information from the creator's deck. Okay, you got 1-1. Your past supports your future. All the things you've learned in your past skills, your past talents, your past goals, your past ideas, your past ambitions, they are all coming together to support your future attainment. Nothing you've ever experienced in the past has been to waste. Even these horrible experiences in your current workplace, in your current situation, it's simply been, it has happened. You didn't have to take it for this long. But what you're also learning from it is how to be a good leader. You guys are going to be seeing 666 is a lot. Okay, it's how to be a good leader. It's how to lead others with gentleness, lead others with fairness, be kind to others. Okay, being confident, not projecting. See it as all your past experiences. That's what you can take away from it. If that's the only thing you take away from it, it's fine. You're also going to be saying 111s as well. So this next 28 days gives you the opportunity to really finally leave the chaos behind and move forward into the future. Leaving the past and moving forward into the future. That's what this next 28 days is for. Okay, so first spirit animal, you've got rhino spirit. It is time for you to overcome any obstacle. This is the time for you to overcome any obstacle in your path. Trust that this is just any obstacles that rise up. It's because you can overcome it. That's why it's coming up. Even this persecution in your current workplace, it's because you are stronger than that, you are bigger than that, you can overcome it. That's why it's happening. And I've told you why. What you can also take away from it is the fact that this is not how to lead, this is not how to be a teacher, this is not how to be a guide, this is not how to mentor others, this is not how to heal. So you learned, you had the bad experiences, so you can do things in a different way. Okay, so you'll be seeing rhinoceroses over this next 20 days to also remind you of this message that you are stronger than you give yourself credit for. I are strong. And then this bulldozer just drove through, just drove through my street. You are stronger than you give yourself credit for. You can start again and again and again and again. And every time you start, you are not starting from scratch. You are not starting from ground zero. You are starting from experience. You are starting from expertise. Because I'm also feeling like that's the fear you experience. Like, does this mean you're going to start from scratch? No, you're starting from strength. You're starting from experience. You're not starting from scratch. I'm telling you, you guys are being positioned and being taken to where you're going to leverage all the skills, all the accomplishments you've achieved over this past 12, 24, 36 months, and being able to use it to be a better person. 15 months for some of you, being able to use it to become a better person for yourself, for the world, for your subordinates, for your colleagues, for your clients, for the people who are going to come seeking your support, your advice, your mentorship, your guidance, your teaching. Okay. All right, which other spirit animals do you have working with you over this next 28 days? Deck 3. You got Panda again, boundaries. Remember the boundaries about making your move in silence, about moving with purpose, about going where you're being led. You got Panda boundaries. Your space is sacred, and not just your physical space, your emotional space, your psychological space, your mental space is sacred. Guests who overstay their welcome. Who are these guests? These are the people you work with, people, and the guests is also people that feed you with their doubts, their communication, their lies. Those are people, they are also guests because they are guests in your emotional space, they are guests in your mental space, they are guests in your psychological space. So your space is sacred. Guests who overstay their welcome impact your aura, and you have every right to stand your ground. Your needs are important. You must nurture your soul with the same gentle love and support you offer to others. For some of you, I'm also picking like this might be persons you live with or actual people who came to live with you and have overstayed their welcome and they've made your home a very inhabitable place. This is time for you to pack their bags and tell them to leave. I'm picking up that energy of there's a particular part of this deck 3 collective whereby maybe you have like family staying over, maybe like distant relatives who wanted to stay for a week, maybe they came for a visit, and this has extended into 1 month. It's time for you to pack their tell them to pack their bags and go. In fact, pack their bags up for them and show them the exit. They've overstayed their welcome because now they are disturbing the energy of your home and you cannot allow that. Okay? They are disturbing the energy of your home and you cannot allow that. I welcome healthy, loving relationships. This is time for you to take pride in your needs, take pride in what you desire and deserve for yourself. Support your soul with the same gentle love and support you offer to others. And welcome healthy, loving relationships, not just in your home, not just in your romantic relationships, in your work relationships as well as in your friendships. This is time for you to take pride in yourself. Be like the peacock. Be proud of who you are. Your boundaries are what sets you free. Your boundaries are what helps you to keep a healthy self-respect, healthy self-esteem. When I move my body, I feel empowered, cleansed, and strong. You guys might have really been feeling like going with deck 1. Watch that as well because some of your energies are significant, are similar. And I remember deck 1 also got this affirmation. So over this next 20 days, make sure you spend time by yourself, grounding into your body, sing, dance, move your body, jump, kick, go to the gym, go do ballet, stretch. Just get into your body so that you get out of your head and you stop overthinking. Because I'm seeing you guys in this continuous loop of anxiety, like, oh, what would it take for me to start again? What would it take for me to pack my bags and go in a new direction and go in a new place? Spirit is like, I've got you. Then you got all that I love is more important to me than all that I fear. Love is going to be your strongest protective energy at this time. With love, you can overcome all obstacles. With love, you can overcome all fears. Let love guide you to where you need to be for yourself. Let love help you to shine a light so that you see that all your fears and your worries, they've actually become larger than what they really are. Okay? My I vibe thoughts create health in my body, peace in my mind, and love in my heart. Again, the love, again, the love, again, again. My I vibe thoughts create health in my body. This is one of my favorite affirmations from this deck. My I vibe thoughts create health in my body, peace in my mind, and love in my heart. Okay, so even if these are family members, it's time for you to tell them to pack up their bags and leave, because if it's no more convenient for you, you don't have to keep on making room for people in your life who have overstayed their welcome. I mean, like for some of you, a part of this collective, this energy is really significant in your home, where you are no longer even comfortable in your own home because of the people you've admitted and accepted. Okay, then you got inner peace. Be still. Drum mudra. This mudra calms the nerves. You can discharge nervousness by drumming with your fingers on a hard surface for a few seconds. Then leave your fingers lying there. Concentrate on your fingertips and press them while breathing out deeply and fully, gently onto the surface. Repeat several times. Now form the mudra. Form the mudra and imagine yourself to be lying in a hammock under a tree. You are swinging gently to and fro. You look up to the roof of leaves, where a light breeze makes the leaves move a little. You are humming a simple, pleasant little tune. I rock myself with a gentle motion and bathe in a wonderful ocean of peace. That's so beautiful. And 441 of my timer right now. Okay, darling. So I'm going to round up your reading. So if you chose deck three, this deck, that was your next 28 days. That's what you should expect for the next 28 days. You've gotten the clarity on why things are happening the way they're happening and what you need to do for yourself, okay, to align with the best and highest version of yourself. So allow yourself to move into the levels where you need to be for yourself. If this reading resonated with you, like this video, leave a comment, let me know what resonated with you the most and how are you looking forward towards this next 28 days, okay? This is such a beautiful reading. And just focus on maintaining your high vibrational thoughts and understanding that your space is sacred. You guys are going to be seeing pandas and rhinoceroses as well as peacocks. I'm hearing to confirm this reading for you. All right, baby, I love you. That was your next 28 days prediction. See you next time. Mwah.